Roller coasters have always been the flagship attraction for amusement and theme parks. Members of the general public and coaster enthusiasts love these thrilling attractions. But did you know that the idea of roller coasters dated back to not the 19th century, not the 18th century, but the 17th century? That's a long time ago. Today, we are going to go back in time and see how roller coasters became the thrill machines that they are today, here on G-Force Thrills. It started all back in the 17th century in Russia. These rides were called Russian Mountains. These rides featured large wooden slopes that stretched across the terrain. These arch slides quickly became very popular in Europe, including France, during the Napoleonic Wars. French soldiers loved the idea and took it home with them. France started creating their own roller coasters, and in 1817, they created the world's first full-circuit roller coaster, which is why we have many full-circuit coasters around the globe to this day. North America were also creating their own roller coasters. In the 1800s, the Monk-Chunk Gravity Railway would take riders on a 30-minute ride down the side of a mountain and featured many steep drops. But in 1884, the Switchback Railway would be constructed at Coney Island in New York. But then a businessman named Thompson would make his own full-circuit roller coasters. These models were called Scenic Railways, and some still operate to this day. But then Lena Beecher would construct something big, the Flip-Flop Railway, which featured a 25-foot tall loop. The Flip-Flop Railway would become the world's first coaster to take riders upside down. Horrible events came around the corner, such as the Great Depression, but that did not stop Disney and Aerodynamics to build something that would change roller coaster history. In 1959, Disneyland would open Matterhorn bobsleds, the world's first coaster to use a steel tubular style of track. In 1972, Kings Island would open the world's tallest and fastest roller coaster at the time, Racer, a PTC wooden coaster. A few years later, Aerodynamics would construct Corkscrew at Knott's Berry Farm, the first coaster to go upside down in modern times. Just a year later, Schwarzkopf would build Revolution, the world's first modern-day coaster to feature a vertical loop at Six Flags Magic Mountain. But then Cedar Point would announce Magnum XL 200, a 205-foot hypercoaster built by Aerodynamics. It was the world's first hypercoaster, and it was the coaster to begin the Coaster Wars, a time period where parks would have a fight to build the tallest, fastest, and most thrilling coasters in the world. Parks were continuing to build innovative and thrilling coasters, but then a bomb dropped.
At the turn of the millennium, there were signs. Was there something out there? A higher intelligence? A mysterious force at work? Millennium Force. The future is riding on it.
In the year 2000, Cedar Point would open Millennium Force, a 310-foot tall giga-coaster built by Intamin. This would be the world's first giga-coaster, and would also shatter 10 world records. You know, Cedar Point and their world's first. Parks would still continue to build innovative coasters, including the world's tallest and fastest coaster, Kingda Ka, which would be built by Intamin. It may not hold the record as the fastest coaster in the world anymore, but it still holds up as the tallest. Parks still to this day are continuing to make safe, innovative, and thrilling rides for the GP and enthusiasts. And there are still many years to come and see what parks and coaster manufacturers will be offering in the future to thrill park guests. I hope you guys found it interesting to learn about the history of roller coasters. If you guys enjoyed this, please consider leaving a like and a comment on your thoughts. And I'll see you guys next time here on G-Force Thrills.